What is up guys, the Technical over here. Quarantine is getting over and we are getting started again. Stay tuned till the end of the video, there is a great announcement there. Finally back with another video about the PC I made recently for all-in-one purpose. What I mean here is, this PC is capable of casual gaming, video editing, streaming and most of what you throw at it. The idea was to have a PC which does everything and at the same time is not too harsh on your pocket. Here's the list of quick specs and we will go through them one by one. Foremost is going to be the processor. This is going to be the heart of the system. We are making an Intel based build. Now you might get an urge to ask why not AMD? Because at the time I was purchasing these components, AMD prices were rocketed high from their normal rates. This here is the i5-9400F. Why not the 9600K? Because I won't be overclocking in the future and the 9400F is modestly priced compared to its elder brother. This here is a 6-core CPU which is more than enough for a sound gaming experience and it can go well along with the video editing as well. If your preferences are more on the rendering side, then 8-core CPUs are a great option and worth considering, but at a higher price point. The motherboard needs to be able to handle the load of the processor and the graphic card, which is not a lot in our case. We are using a 300 series motherboard, Gigabyte B365M Gaming HD. It is a budget solution which is able to handle i7 9th generation as well, not the unlocked version of course. It has enough ports to get the job done and at the same time it is very sweet on the wallet. Next in line, our graphic card. We are using NVIDIA's GTX 1650 Overclock Edition by ASUS. RX 560 is a great alternative, but this one here is my choice, since it is a newer entry-level graphic card from NVIDIA and it will serve our purpose just fine. We are using a 500W power supply by iBot. It performs great and at the same time it is very economical on our budget. We get enough connectors for our SATA and PCI Express connections. The only complaint here is, it just does not look really clean. Corsair CV450 and VS450 are slightly expensive solutions, but they are much more superior and they look extremely clean. RAM is something where we're not very worried about the clock speed since we are on Intel. Here we have a single stick 16GB RAM at 3000 MHz clock speed by XPG. Got this over the 2666 MHz RAM because both of them were available at the same price and why not? But you should always keep in mind the clock speed your motherboard supports. Our motherboard supports up to 2666 MHz. I only got this because both of them were available at the same price. And apart from this, dual channel or a quad channel setup is always a better idea than a single channel setup. The cabinet of choice is Corsair Spec 01. It is a mid-tower case, so it will serve the purpose just fine. It has good room for cable routing, which will give a very clean look. I really like the front panel though. We have one suction LED fan and a space for another one. The grill over here looks like a muscle car and I totally adore it. There is a plenty room for air to flow and we can mount up to 4 additional fans here. Overall, a very good deal for the bucks we pay. Storage is really crucial, especially for the video editors and the rendering guys all over there. So I went with a 240 GBs of SATA SSD, a terabyte of NVMe M.2 SSD, and then additional 2 terabytes of hard disk storage. That is a lot, I know, but I needed them for my purpose, so I got them. But you should choose wisely because NVMe SSDs are really not budget friendly at all. This completes my setup. Alongside that, I got a small Wi-Fi dongle, which is insanely cheap compared to a dedicated Wi-Fi motherboard or a dedicated Wi-Fi PCIe chip. And all of this was managed well under 50,000 rupees. Now definitely this build has some notable additions like the 16 gigs of 3000 MHz RAM and a 125 GBs of SSDs. If you are getting just for gaming, then you can scale down as low as 8 GB of RAM and just 120 GBs of SSD should be fine. That alone would save you up to 13,000 rupees and that is a great saving which you can either invest in a greater superior graphic card or you can just save it for yourself. The performance is also really great on this system. The boot time for Windows after I press the power button is just 5 seconds, and for the Ubuntu it is just 4 seconds. That is really insane. That is the power of M.2. We get some insane boost over the traditional hard disk boot time. I was getting pretty decent gaming performance as well. I was able to run some great titles at 50 plus frame rates all the time at 1080p, and that is not what I was expecting from a GTX 1650. So it performed more than my expectation. I'm more than satisfied with my build here, and I really believe that there is never the best build of any kind. It is always best under your budget. Are you also looking for a dream build under your budget? Maybe I can help you with that. I would like to announce that we have started this consulting service which is totally free. Here I would customize the build as per your very requirement so that you can get the most out of your money. Be it a gaming PC, video editing PC, workstation, or an all-in-one. We can make it anything with using just the right components. For more details, you can hit me up on my mail or on my Telegram. Well, that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. In case you're having any queries, any questions, or whatever you feel to ask, you can put that down in the comment section. If you really enjoyed this video, just hit the like button so that I will know. Consider subscribing the channel and hitting the bell icon because there is a lot more coming and it's coming really soon. Till then, take care and see you guys in the next one.